What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and in this video, I will be breaking down everything we know about the Warhammer Titan, the 9th and final Titan shifter power to be introduced in the Attack on Titan story. I will explain this Titan's unique powers and abilities. I will talk about its history and its holders, and I will reveal the truth about the mysterious Tybur family, the Eldian noble family that has held the Warhammer Titan in its possession for many generations. There is a lot to talk about when it comes to this incredible Titan shifter, so let's get into it. If you enjoy our Attack on Titan videos here on the channel and you want to see more, please leave a like to let me know. It really means a lot. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, or maybe you just haven't subscribed, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. Huge thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons who make videos like this one possible. I will talk more about Patreon at the end of the video, but for now, please be advised that this video does contain Attack on Titan manga spoilers. I will be looking at all the available information for the Warhammer Titan, including stuff that still hasn't been revealed in the anime, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. The Warhammer Titan is one of the 9 different Titan shifter powers that emerged after the death of the progenitor Emir Fritz. Some 1700 years after the death of Emir, the 145th king of Eldia, Karl Fritz, decided to abandon the constant wars and conflicts on the continent. So he left the continent and took a portion of the Eldian population to the island of Paradise. On this island, Karl Fritz built the 3 walls and manipulated the memories of the island's population so that they would think that they were the only surviving humans in the world. Essentially, King Fritz wanted to completely isolate himself from the affairs of the outside world. So much so that he didn't even want his subjects to know that the outside world existed. King Karl Fritz decided to do this because he was tired and ashamed of what the Eldian Empire had become. The Eldians were constantly at war with other nations, and they were also constantly at war with each other. The various Eldian noble families were always fighting for control of the different Titan shifter powers. Eventually, Karl Fritz was overcome with guilt over what Eldians had historically done to the other nations and over what was happening with the Eldian Empire during his reign. So, he eventually conspired with the Tybur family, the longtime possessors of the Warhammer Titan, to bring his own empire to ruin and to move his capital to the isolated island of Paradise. King Fritz hoped that on this isolated island, he could create a society that would be peaceful and free of conflict. Essentially, Karl Fritz was hoping that everyone on the island could live their lives in peace, at least for a time. We all know how that turned out, since the island was never really free of internal conflict. But Isayama seems to be suggesting that this is simply human nature. Whenever a large number of people gather together to form a society, conflict, crime, and violence are inevitable, even if you are on a completely isolated island. After Karl Fritz moved to the island, the Tybur family remained on the continent, and in fact, they used the Warhammer Titan power to support the Marleyans against their fellow Eldians. With the help of the Tyburs, the Marleyans were able to overthrow the Eldian Empire and gain possession of multiple Titan shifter powers, including the Colossal Titan, the Armored Titan, the Beast Titan, the Female Titan, the Jaw Titan, and the Cart Titan. Once the Marleyans emerged victorious in this so-called Great Titan War, they began oppressing and persecuting the Eldian population that remained on the continent. The only exception to this was the Tybur family itself, which maintained possession of the Warhammer Titan and was granted the status of honorary Marleyan aristocrats. So, unlike the rest of the Eldian population on the continent, the Tyburs were allowed to live in lavish mansions outside of the internment zones, and they were not required to submit to oppressive measures such as being forced to wear armbands that publicly identified them as Eldians. The Tybur family is first introduced in the story after the time skip when Zeke Yeager convinces the Tyburs to come out and publicly support the next invasion of Paradise Island. Because the Tyburs are celebrated in Marley for having sided with the Marleyans against their fellow Eldians, Zeke was hoping that public support from the Tyburs would soften Marleyan public opinion about the other Eldians on the continent, especially now that these other Eldians were preparing to sacrifice their lives in order to take down the so-called Island Devils. Basically, many Eldians on the continent desperately want the Marleyans to see them as good Eldians. They want to be seen as different from the so-called bad Eldians on the island. However, we quickly learn that there is more to the Tybur family than meets the eye. Officially, the Marleyan people believe that they played a major role in winning the Great Titan War and overthrowing the Eldian Empire. Specifically, a legendary Marleyan hero called Hellos is believed to be the one who defeated the Earth Devil and saved the world from the Eldian Devils. But according to Willie Tybur, the head of the Tybur family, that was all a lie, and Hellos may never have even existed. Instead, the Eldian Empire was brought down by the alliance of Karl Fritz and the Tybur family. And the story of Hellos was just invented as a way to make the Marleyans think that they are the ones who are in control. It is heavily implied that the Tybur family is secretly playing a major role in ruling the nation of Marley from behind the scenes. So the Marleyans, who hate their Eldian minority so much, are really being controlled from behind the scenes by none other than a mysterious Eldian noble family, the Tyburs. The Tybur family has been in possession of the Warhammer Titan for this entire time, and they never once used it to help the Marleyans fight their many wars that took place after the fall of the Eldian Empire. Instead, the Warhammer Titan seems to always be at the disposal of the Tybur family and Tybur family alone, and it is always ready to protect them and them specifically. That said, I am honestly not sure why the Tybur family allows the ongoing oppression of their own Eldian people if they secretly call the shots in Marley. Why not use their influence and clear talent for propaganda to end the hate and discrimination against the Eldians? I'm not sure if they just think that the Eldians deserve to suffer because of the sins that they committed against other nations in the past, which is something that King Fritz seems to have believed, or if it just suits their own self-interest to keep things as they are. After all, if the Marleyans are keeping all the other Eldians oppressed, then the Tyburs don't have to worry about a rival Eldian faction rising up and using the Titan Shifter powers to take the Tyburs down. Either way, the fact that the Tyburs can just sit back in their mansions and watch their own people being mistreated on a daily basis by the Marleyans is pretty freaking grotesque, in my opinion. On the day of the big festival in Liberio, Eren kills and eats Willie Tybur. As the head of the Tybur family, Willie was widely believed to be the current holder of the Warhammer Titan. However, it is soon revealed that Willie was not a Titan shifter at all. Instead, his sister was the current holder of the Warhammer Titan, and after Willie's death, his sister transforms and engages Eren in battle. The Warhammer Titan possesses multiple distinct powers and abilities. The first is the ability to create weapons using its special Titan hardening. The Warhammer Titan can create spikes that appear all over the battlefield, giant spears and pikes that pierce through the enemy, a Titan bow and arrow that allows it to attack opponents from a distance, and of course it can create a giant warhammer, among other weapons. This Titan's hardening ability is uniquely versatile and flexible, and that is what makes the Warhammer Titan the perfect offensive Titan power. The only drawback is that overusing this unique hardening ability can drain the user's stamina very quickly. On top of its special hardening abilities, the Warhammer Titan has the power to enclose its user inside a protective crystal that looks exactly like the crystal that Annie was able to seal herself in. This crystal protects the user from being eaten by another Titan, so it is very useful, and the user of the Warhammer Titan is fully conscious and able to control the Titan from inside this crystal. Beyond that, unlike with the other Titan shifters, the Warhammer Titan's user's physical body doesn't have to be located inside the nape of the Titan's neck. In fact, the real body of the user doesn't even have to be anywhere near the Titan's body. As long as the Titan body is connected to the human user through a long string of flesh, the user can stay hidden away in a safe location while still having full control of the Titan body. This means that the Warhammer Titan's user can be safe inside a crystal that is not even located in the same vicinity as the Titan's body, as long as that string of flesh is connecting the Titan and its user. If the string is cut, then the Titan body will stop moving. But the user can then just create a new Titan body in a place of their choosing with yet another string that connects the user to the new body. This is basically like having a Titan game controller. It's not wireless, so it's more like a GameCube controller than a PS5 controller, but still, this special ability drastically reduces the chances that a Warhammer Titan user will get eaten by a rival Titan. The crystal within which the Warhammer Titan's user can conceal himself or herself is almost indestructible, and so the only known way to break through the crystal is to use the Jaw Titan's incredibly strong jaw to bite through it. During the Battle of Liberio, which features the Warhammer Titan and multiple Titan shifters belonging to the Marleyan warriors clashing against Eren's attack Titan and the scouts from Paradis, the Warhammer Titan user is forced out of her crystal after Eren uses the Jaw Titan's jaw as basically a giant nutcracker. Eren is able to crack the crystal and force the Warhammer Titan's user out, and he is then able to consume Willy Tybur's sister, which grants him possession of yet another Titan power. As of the making of this video, Eren possesses 3 Titan powers: the Founding Titan, the Attack Titan, and the Warhammer Titan. After gaining this new Titan power, we see Eren using the Warhammer Titan ability in several ways. He uses its unique hardening ability to dig out of prison, and he then reseals the hole so that no one can follow him. He also uses it in battle to make giant spikes grow out of his Titan's back and out of the ground, which of course makes it much harder for other Titans to attack him or sneak up on him, including the most agile Titans such as the Jaw Titan. Later, when Emir Fritz revives Titan shifters from the past in order to protect Eren's new Titan form from the anti-Eren alliance, we actually get to see some earlier versions of the Warhammer Titan shifter, including one that looks like he is wearing a medieval knight's helmet. And that is what we know so far about the Warhammer Titan and the mysterious Tybur family. This Titan has multiple abilities that are distinctly its own, and its versatile hardening power makes it an incredibly useful Titan shifter, especially in battle. Its ability to be remotely controlled while the user is safely sealed away inside a crystal is also a major advantage. And if it wasn't for Eren's play of the game decision to use Porco's Jaw Titan as a nutcracker, Willy Tybur's sister would probably still be the Warhammer Titan's holder. Luckily for Eren, the Warhammer Titan's abilities were able to combine very nicely with the abilities of his Attack Titan. And as a result, Eren was able to become extremely powerful in his Titan form after he managed to gain the Warhammer Titan. And now, let me know what you guys think. Do you like the Warhammer Titan, and are you a fan of its unique powers and abilities? Where does this Titan shifter rank in terms of your favorite Titan shifter powers? And in what other ways do you expect that Eren is going to use this power before the story ends? Don't forget to leave your feedback down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Attack on Titan videos right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know. It really does help. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, or maybe you just haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You really have to go through the trouble of hitting that bell and then selecting the option that says all. If you don't do that, you're still gonna miss a ton of our videos even if you are subscribed. It's just how YouTube works. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. A big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for making videos like this one possible. Special thank you to Alpha Sigma, disciple of Lord Twigo himself. And I can't forget all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who stand above all other clans, including Ingrata, The World, A Quiet Respect, Liam Thompson, Pate Heffa, Rithian YX, Phoenix Anime, Emperor Otaku, Thomas Jones, Spidey Life Tanel, Baked Buddhist, Tungsten Tarkus, and Denki Kaminari. Finally, thank you also to our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Steelers, Angel Cruz, Anatoly Kazatsky, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Jessica Calafond, Alicia Octor, Bonnie Parks, Hinokami and Water, The Red-Haired Raven, Florian, Joanne Garcia, Jack Watches Anime, Fatboy Games, Manwa Freaks, Deadly Saint, Matthew Cruz, and Anthony Schreiber. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value for you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar gives you access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!